The most disrespectful trash talk in NBA history. If you have been following NBA news for long enough, you know how the National Basketball Association is always known for its intense rivalries, right? But did you know what else the NBA is famous for? Yup, trash talking. While we agree that trash talking is an integral part of the game, as it makes the game fun to watch, there have been times where some pretty notorious rule breakers have taken it to the next level, crossing the line from playful banter to downright disrespect and even physical altercations. Yes, you heard that right. But do you know which amongst these trash-talking players or moments are considered to be the worst ones in all of NBA history? Or better yet, did you know that while most of the time a player is entirely to blame for the trash talking and rowdy behavior, there are other instances where players are instigated to start these heated debates? By whom, you ask? Well, you will definitely find out if you stick around long enough till the end of this video. But before we jump right in, hello and welcome to our video on the most disrespectful trash talk in NBA history. In this video, we'll be taking a look at some of the most vile and disrespectful trash talking in the history of the National Basketball Association. So, if you are curious, then watch this video till the end. Also, if you are interested in football news and want to stay updated about the latest news circulating in the world of football, then like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit that notification button as well. With that said, let the trash talk begin. Coming back to the point, as we have previously mentioned, that trash talking can be an effective tool in getting an edge on the court. It's important to remember that there's a fine line between trash talking and crossing the line. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, it's just a game, and therefore, we believe that it's important to be respectful to your opponent and to not let trash talking get out of hand. But hey, not everyone follows the rules, right? That's why we've had some pretty violent rule breakers trash talking their emotions out. And without further ado, here are some of the top, most disrespectful trash talking moments in NBA history. Number 1, Michael Jordan. At number 1, we have one of the most notorious trash talkers in NBA history. Yep, we are talking about none other than Michael Jordan. The interesting thing about the 6-time NBA champion is that not only is he fierce on the floor, but this fierceness is also reflected in his ability to get inside the heads of his opponents quite well. For instance, one of the most heated trash-talking moments comes from MJ in 1997. What happens is that the Chicago Bulls come off an NBA record season, getting 72 wins and a championship. In comes Vashon Leonard, who immediately targets Jordan, who had recently gone 0-11 from the field in the first half and attempted 15 FGs before even making his first shot. Vashon challenges MJ to go one-on-one, and amazingly, MJ succeeds in cutting the lead to 7 by the end of the game. But being challenged by Vashon did not sit well with the GOAT of the NBA. Therefore, just next year in 1998, when the two players come face to face, MJ, remembering the last instigation, starts trash-talking to Vashon right from the beginning. In his iconic words, MJ is heard saying, "You can't guard me, not tonight. Why are you even trying?" And true to his words, MJ beautifully finishes the game with a game-high 37 points, leading the Bulls to a 106-91 win. Whoa! Well, needless to say, Vashon, along with losing, undoubtedly learned a hard lesson that night. It's better to not talk trash, unless you are ready to face heat. Number 2. But perhaps the most disrespectful trash talker in NBA history, and taking a place ahead of Michael Jordan, is Rasheed Wallace. The power forward, known for his fiery temper, also has the tendency to get into heated exchanges with not only opponents, but referees alike. Whew, ouch. Among his top trash talk moments, one that particularly stands out is him yelling, "Ball don't lie," when an opponent missed their free throws received because of Sheed's fouls. Later on, during one of his interviews, the 2004 champion revealed the story behind the phrase. It comes from the city of Philly, just shit talking in the street, the player clarified. While this antic did get him ejected because he did not just yell the phrase once but did it multiple times throughout the game, the slang not only became one of the most iconic phrases in the league, but has also epitomized Rasheed Wallace as one of the worst trash talkers in NBA history. Number 3. Up next, we have another player, 5-time NBA champion, known for his competitive spirit, and his ability to get under the skin of his opponents. Introducing to you Kobe Bryant, known for his iconic Mamba mentality. Well, what's that, you ask? Well, it's a mix of hard work, intensity, and of course, trash talking. So what is one of the best trash talk moments of Kobe Bryant? It's his iconic taunt. "You can't guard me, you're too slow." Why and who was he taunting though? As it happened, back in 2009, Kobe Bryant had apparently had enough of hearing about Shane Battier's defensive prowess, who had played a good defense against Bryant in Houston's Game 1 win over the Lakers. What followed was Bryant in the first game, despite Battier's defensive prowess, scoring 32 points with a solid .452 field goal percentage. Amazing, right? But that was not the end of it. Again, in Game 2, Bryant continued his success as he poured in 40 points on 16 out of 27 field goal shooting in a 111-98 Lakers victory. In the hype of his wins, Bryant was heard taunting loudly, "You can't guard me, you're too slow." And although the taunt did become iconic, the player received a technical foul for it as well. Number 4. At number 4, we have a player who's known for his dominating presence on the court, showmanship, and of course, trash talking ability. Shaquille O'Neal. However, what's different in O'Neal's case is that the 4-time NBA champion's trash talk is a bit more on the playful banter side, rather than a signal to start a heated argument with his opponent. Like Kobe, he's also known for one of his iconic segments named Shaqtin' a Fool on the TNT show, where he mocks players for their bloopers and mistakes. But what does O'Neal's greatest "I'm gonna dunk on you then Shaqtin' a Fool" trash talk moment mean? Well, the Shaqtin' a Fool taunt comes from adding the phrase "acting a fool" to Shaquille's nickname, Shaq, which in simpler terms means a player who messes up so bad they belong on the Shaqtin' a Fool show. And while we are sure no player would ever want to be on that show, as NBA fans, that's one trash talking show we wouldn't mind watching, right? Number 5. At number 5 comes in Reggie Miller. The 5-time NBA All-Star, known for his ability to score, isn't far behind the other players when it comes to exhibiting his trash-talking skills. What's unique about Miller is that he is known for his ability to trash-talk opponents on the court and then back it up with his scoring ability, and that makes it even more of a legitimate strategy. Awesome, right? So, what did Reggie Miller yell that made him join in the list of the most disrespectful trash talks in NBA history? That is, he repeatedly screamed, "Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist," draping one of the most derogatory of labels on the New York Knicks after his 2 3-pointers, 2 foul shots, and 1 steal, all in the last 18.7 seconds. He had stolen Game 1 of the NBA's Eastern Conference semifinals for his Pacers. But what or who is a choke artist to begin with? Simply put, it's a player or players who fail in spectacular fashion due to an inability to perform under pressure. And what is more crazy is that when the player was asked, looking back, "Do you wish you'd not said that?" he confidently retorted, "There's nothing I don't ever wish I didn't say. If it comes out of my mouth, that means it was meant to be done." While some believe that this is badass behavior, others are of the opinion that it is nothing but disrespectful trash talk. So, what do you think? Number 6. And last but not least, at number 6, we have Gary Payton. Another player who is known for his trash talking is Gary Payton. who has, apart from the trash talk, made a name for himself as one of the best defensive point guards in the league. During a game, Peyton was heard screaming, "You can't score on me," which surely turned out to be true, but it did also mark his permanent spot in the list of the most disrespectful trash talkers who exhibited rowdy behavior against the opposing team in the NBA world. If these aggregating banters have stunned you, you're in for another surprise. Because it's not just the players on the court who engage in the trash talk. Yep, there are some coaches that have joined the league and are known to get involved in these banters to further instigate players into the trash talking game as well. Among the most famous ones, we have Pat Riley, who was known for his motivational speeches and his ability to get his players fired up before a game. One of his iconic most trash-talking taunts could be heard during a game when he yelled out, "We're gonna take it to them. We're gonna dominate them." And while the taunt may seem to be on the milder side as compared to the other trash-talking moments, it is definitely enough to add fuel to the fire in a very heated game, don't you think? And hey, that wasn't the surprise either, don't worry. Yet another bigger surprise that will make you go, what? This can't be true, can it? It's not just the players and coaches who engage in trash talking and instigating others, but sometimes the fans join in too. Crazy, right? Fans no doubt play a big role in any game, but at times, while trying to defend their favorite team and player, they can get carried away and join in on the trash talking and instigating game. That's why it's actually not quite an unusual sight to see fans, especially NBA ones, at the stand, shouting taunts, shouting jokes, and shouting insults at players, coaches, and referees all alike. And while again, some of the taunts can be creative, funny, and playful, others can become quite disrespectful. From a fan shouting, "Hey, Farmar, can you fly with those ears?" to another taunting 42-year-old Kevin Willis by saying, "Hey, Willis, are you single? My grandma kind of likes you." And finally, at the Pels Nugs game, a Pels fan yelling at Nate Robinson, "Hey, look, it's the guy who couldn't replace Derrick Rose." These three insults definitely stand out. In conclusion, while we can see that trash talking is an integral part of the game, it's not going away anytime soon. The only thing that's important is to remember to keep it respectful and professional. Therefore, if you happen to be one of these fans, for the next game, remember to keep up the decorum and maybe hold on to your horses before hurling insults the next time. With that said, thank you for watching so much, and be sure to let us know in the comments below who you think is the most disrespectful trash talker in NBA history. Also, don't forget to hit that like, notification, and subscription button if you liked this video. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Until then, ciao.